whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
Mind if I help you with your lunges?
Sure. Lunges are one of the most important exercises to learn for your legs.
Its unilateral approach helps correct many muscular imbalances in your lower body and your hips when done correctly. And by unilateral, I mean one side at a time. The primary benefits of lunges are glute activation, which is our center of gravity, so it's important to keep our glutes strong and have a full range of motion. Let's demonstrate a proper lunge this time, Alexis. So you notice when she goes down, she's emphasizing keeping her back heel raised and keeping most of the weight on the back foot. That's going to allow her to stay on her front foot's heel. And as she goes down, you notice her knee stays directly over her ankle. It doesn't hinge forward like it did in the beginning. Moving up to the upper body, her core is tight, so you notice there's no arch in her lower back. Her shoulders are sitting back nice and tight, and her head's neutral over the spine. So if you look from her head, shoulders, down to her hips, you're gonna see a nice straight line. And then looking at the knee, sitting over the ankle, nice straight line, nothing's hinging forward. Versus, you see many people doing lunges with a forward pelvic tilt and going down. It takes a lot of the load off of your glutes and puts it in your lower back. So we try not to strain the lower back by keeping a really good posture here, squeezing the core tight and coming on up. Another common pitfall you see in lunges is when people's knees hinge forward past their ankle. And that puts a lot of strain on the knee, on the shins, on the muscles surrounding the knee. So you always want to make sure that when you feel a lunge correctly, most of the stretch is being emphasized in the back leg. So keep most of the weight on the back foot, go down slow, focus on keeping your knee over the ankle, chest over the hips, activating your glutes properly, activating your quads properly.
If you're sitting in a chair for a majority of the day, lunges can be life-changing for your hips and the lower back.
Not only are lunges great for mobility, they're also great for stabilization for the muscles and joints in our lower body. Let me tell you the importance of lunges. We don't have any of our clients perform big movements like squats, deadlifts, or let alone run until they can even master the lunge. Since unilateral movements are amazing to kill muscle imbalances, along with a proper stretching regimen.
Once you master the lunge, not only will you feel and see the amazing benefits, but they will translate into helping all of your compound movements improve, along with your running form.
A stationary lunge is a great way to start your lunges, but not everybody is ready for a stationary lunge because it requires a lot of stability. So we always like to start our clients, beginner clients, on the wall. If you have any knee pain, hip pain, or any muscular imbalances or muscle stiffness, the wall is a great tool you can use to help coach you through the lunge as you do them. Notice Alexis's arms are completely straight, fingertips on the wall, elbows are straight, shoulders are still back, core is still tight, and then her knee isn't able to hinge forward because there's a wall blocking her from going forward. So her hands being straight allows her to go down nice and slow with a good posture. You notice if her elbows bend, she's going to have that anterior pelvic tilt we definitely don't want to have as we lunge. Also, as she goes down, you notice her knee, if it hinges forward, it's going to hit the wall. We want to still make sure that as we go down, most of the weight's on the back foot, allowing the knee to stay back over the ankle. This is a great way to start the lunge if you have any knee pain, hip pain, or muscular imbalances. Once you're on a proper stretching regimen and you can alleviate all of those stiff areas in your body, then you're ready to progress to the stationary lunge. Now let's show you all of our favorite lunge variations and progressions from the stationary lunge.
Walking lunges.
On this movement, we focus on squeezing the hips forward since there's a lot more stability involved. As you come up, squeeze your butt forward while you balance on that front leg. Step lunges.
Reverse lunges.
Side lunges are a different variation of lunges that work more on the lateral head of the glute medius and also extend the stretch into the inner thigh and VMO. So when you step out, make sure your toes, knees, and hips are in a straight line by sticking your butt out, bringing the dumbbells inside your legs if you have them, push your butt back, push your butt out so your hip, knee, and toe line up in a straight line. And then you can alternate or continue on the same side. As always, good posture, shoulders back, abs tight. Curtsy lunges are another great variation to target the glute medius and the VMOs, inner thighs. Elevated step lunges with the back foot on a step helps enhance the stretch in the back leg and the back hip flexor, allowing the front glute to activate even more. This is more of an advanced movement once you have a great range of motion and you have stronger thighs and glutes. Elevated step lunges with the front leg on the box also help enhance your lunges by increasing the stability in your lunge once you've mastered movements like the walking lunge. Stepping back, weight on the back foot, squeeze your butt forward. You can alternate. Barbell lunge is a great variation. Once you've maxed out the amount of dumbbell weight you can hold in your hands, so you put the bar on your back and you can add a little bit more weight. Make sure it's safe and effective for your lower back and your core is strong enough to handle the bar on your back. I like to set it on top of my traps so it's not squeezing down on my neck bone. For those of you who are very advanced weightlifters, the overhead lunge is a very challenging movement that requires a lot of core strength and a lot of hip mobility. Check it out. Notice the elbows never bend and the shoulders never move. We can also do lunges with weight on the front of the body. We can use a barbell, or if you lack the wrist flexibility or have a broken wrist like I do, you can use kettlebells. Front lunges require you to activate your core a lot more because the weights want to pull you forward. You gotta use your core to really keep your chest up and engage your core as you go down to ensure that there's no forward lean as you get to the bottom. And here's a very challenging lunge variation for you that's assisted by using the rower machine and a step. I highly suggest using something to help your balance once you start doing these, just to make sure that you're safe in spotting yourself so you don't fall off. Everything is the same in terms of lunge form cues, but since you're so elevated and since the rowing seat is so prone to move, you want to go down slow and you want to lead the movement with your back leg as you go down. Really stretching that back hip and pulling with your back foot as you come up. Once you've mastered the motion, you can always add some dumbbells into the mix. But it on nice and slow with a little extra weight.
Comment below on your favorite lunge.
Thanks for watching.